Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, first video in about like 2 weeks or maybe a little longer. Um, Honestly, it's just been all the same shit besides being near a range of lows or a little bit under it. Um, but here I am. I'm going to be making just one video. It's going to be Bitcoin, a little bit of Sol, Jupiter, and Doge, and then some DXY in there as well. So, starting off with Bitcoin. I've been posting on my Twitter account though over the past couple of weeks though, of course. And I had this short-term Fibonacci pulled up from the 4-hour chart. If we go in full screen here. So I brought a fib from the high retest of the range to the low from the recent move at 53.5K. And I said that if we hold above 54.9, look for higher on Bitcoin. That was back here. Okay. That was somewhere like July 7th, I'm pretty sure, something like that. And we did wick under it, but most importantly, we got candle closures above that level. And so what happened? Well, we continued higher and made higher lows with higher highs. And now Bitcoin is breaking through 59.4K and back inside the overall range it's been in for 4 months. And now targeting the 1.618 fib level off this retracement at 63K. It's going straight for it. Now that's a pretty cool move, right? Pretty good. Also, what we see here on Market Cipher B, we likely have a new trend, right? For one, we have money flow going positive in the green, pointed up very strongly, already at 25. Okay, the last time it was green was between June 2nd and June 13th. All right. Another thing as well, we had bullish divergences or a bullish divergence on the 4-hour with big green dots formed on the momentum waves and price action, obviously. Also, the stochastic. We had a bullish divergence on the stochastic July 8th to July 12th with a low and a higher low in price action and a low and a lower low on the stochastic momentum. Now, the stochastic is likely going to get pinned or come back up to the overbought region again, even though kind of already is, but we broke above previous highs on price action. Okay, that's a sign of a new uptrend starting. Now, we will find likely heavy resistance at the 63K mark, and also potentially the next level, which would be at 66.5K, which is the 50% retracement of this overall range. Okay, let me go back to the 22-hour now. Done with the 4-hour. Just to, make it a little bit easier to look at, bigger candlesticks. So we're going to find resistance likely at the 63K mark and the 50% retracement of the range, since we broke back in the range, which would be at 66.5K, almost 66.6K. Most importantly is what Bitcoin has to do now is hold this range on higher time frame closures. Obviously starting on a 22-hour, a daily, 2-day, 3-day, weekly chart, okay? We want to see Bitcoin now hold inside this range on higher time frame closures. If Bitcoin can do that, well, taking off this Fibonacci, what would that be for Bitcoin? Well, that would be a fucking deviation, just like over here. Okay, and with deviations, you usually see the top half of this range or pattern, whatever it is, tested, okay? It happened here back in May, beginning of May. And what happened? We got a pretty nice move up to 71, 72K. Okay? Likely we're going to have that happen again if Bitcoin gets higher time frame closures back inside this range. Okay? And a possible break of this range as well. This is the second time it's done it. Okay? If bears can't get Bitcoin under 59.5K again, that's just the strength of the market. That's the strength of the bull market, the bull trend. Okay? I was never on the side that the top was in. Some people are. Oh, it is what it is, whatever. But more likely than not, a significant low was put in Bitcoin. Okay, at 53.5K. What we also see here on the 22-hour time frame, again, are bullish divergences. Okay, with consecutive big green dots. We have a bullish divergence on the momentum waves, lower low in price action. We also have money flow curving out very nicely here. All right, very nicely. It's a good sign whenever that turns green again, which could potentially be later this week, possibly the following week. Okay, now going on to the daily. Again, we had a bullish divergence with two big green dots printed on Bitcoin daily chart. More likely than not, a significant low was put in here on Bitcoin at 53.5K. Okay. And if you just look, bull market is still intact. Don't know why so many people are bearish up here. Makes no fucking sense. All right. Now going on to a 2-week. The 2-week perfectly back tested the 21 2-week EMA and got a very nice candle fucking closure back inside the range on the 2-week chart. That's bullish as fuck. Because on the 2-week chart, now you got a second confirmed deviation. Stochastic momentum isn't even curving up yet. VWAP is starting to curve back up. Money flow still green. No bearish divergences on the 2-week time frame on market cipher B. I'm going to go with that 53.5K was the low for this move. We do not see a lower low than that on Bitcoin. Now, what would be the case where the bearish case where we do see a lower low? Well, we'd first have to get closures under 59.5K. If we get closures under there, well, you're going to look for 56.5K. All right. More likely than not, the 21 weekly EMA by then is going to be up a little more. So anything under 55K, well, you're going to look for lower, probably in the 40Ks. All right. But I'm going to stick with Bitcoin made the low here at 53.5K. All right. This is a very bullish price action. No ifs, ands, or buts. The probabilities are to the upside. Yeah, going on to Solana. So I have here 22-hour time frame on Solana. Take away that fib. And what do we see here? Well, for one, money flow. Again, very similar to Bitcoin. A lot of these, what the charts I'm going to show you today, for the crypto charts, the 22-hour time frames are going to be pretty much identical. All right. You have beautiful curvature here on the money flow. Okay. Now Solana is moving faster, also held longer than Bitcoin, or held better than Bitcoin in its range. Okay, while Bitcoin broke out of it. Now the money flow just went green on the 22-hour for Solana. It's a good sign. Potentially a new trend is potentially forming here, a new uptrend. All right. but time will tell with that. So we also have this trend line of resistance in the yellow, and also 50% retracement of this range it's been in. So what likely we're going to find resistance around 162, 163, just say 163, round it up, and around 168. So a little zone around here, Solana is likely going to find some heavy resistance at. Breaking through 163 through 168 is going to be very important. If Solana can get a breakout above 168, we're likely going to be able to see a rally up into 210, the range highs. After 210, you're going to go up for the previous all-time high and likely break out of it, because if you look at higher time frames on Solana, the trend is still up, and it's very fucking strong. Okay, this is one of the strongest coins in the market. Why would you bet against it? All right. So I've been saying on Twitter that likely by the end of the year, Solana's going to be like $400 to $600, possibly even 700, but let's just say $400 to $600 by end of the year. Sounds crazy, but we're in crypto. So what's the bearish case on Solana? Well, if we get candle closures under 116, if we get candle closures under 116 on Sol, you're likely going to test around $80, $90 again. All right, and that would be pretty scary, because if you break under 80, well, this won't be such a strong coin anymore. But currently, we're holding the range and looking very good. Okay, while Bitcoin looks great as well. It's all good signs. It's just you want to see Solana breaking above 163 to 168 to potentially likely test 210 again and possibly break out of this. Okay, now I'm going to go pull up Jupiter, pull up the MACD chart, and again, 22-hour time frame. I've really liked this time frame a lot. I've made some great buys and trades off of this time frame. Beautiful swing trades. So again, identical to Sol, Jupiter is a beta play to Sol. Beautiful money flow curvature, now green. We also have bullish divergence formed, market cycle being price action with big green dots, and Jupiter broke out of this pennant. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that this thing has to just fucking moonshot all the way up because it broke out of this pennant. And we could get a strong rally off of this, potentially test around like $1.10 to $1.30 and then kind of chop around something like that before continuing higher, for sure. Or what I've seen before plenty of times in crypto with formations like this, you kind of just go sideways, but you usually don't break the lows, right? You kind of you pump up a little bit and just go sideways before grinding up higher, but you hold these lows. Okay, so likely the lows are put in on Jupiter here at 63 cents back July 5th. Okay, not too long ago. But it is a pretty significant look that it did get a breakout, confirmed breakout of this pennant formation with money flow just going green as well. It's a very good sign. I'm curious about EMAs as well. Yeah, so we're getting closures above the 21 and the 50. Obviously, next we're going to have to get closures above the 100 and 200 on the 22-hour. Daily, quite similar. So the bearish case for Jupiter, keep it easy and simple. A break under 63 cents, you're likely going to test, 53 to 45 cents. Okay, that'll be the bearish case. All right, but more likely than not, The low is likely in at 63 cents for Jupiter. And we either just go up a little bit higher and just chop around sideways and grind on up. Okay. I'm not a fucking fortune teller, so can't predict how price action is going to look. But in time, price will likely be higher from here, from the looks of it. Okay, not financial advice. No, this is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence. Right? Don't listen to a random fucker on the internet talking about fucking Dogecoin now. So, Doge. Well, 22-hour again, pretty identical to Bitcoin. Not so much Sol and Jupe, because Sol and Jupe are already green. But Doge is having very nice curvature on the 22-hour money flow. We also have bullish divergence, price action and market cipher B with big green dots. Okay. Now, unlike Bitcoin, Doge has yet to break back inside its range. It's very close though. Looks like it's about to test it. The range low would be at 12 cents. Okay. If we can get candle closures, higher time frame, daily and up, 22 hours, well, closures back above 12 cents, that'll be a good look. We can potentially get a very strong rally on Doge, like it likes to have. It usually just goes down or fucking sideways for most of its life and just has ripper rallies out of nowhere and catches people off guard if you're not in it. Okay, so we have money flow curving with bullish divergences and holding key levels of support now, which is that 10 cent range, or 10.666, fucking weird number. All right, could that have been a deviation of this little fucking chop here? Maybe. Don't want to fucking do too much here, but we want to see Doge get closures above 12 cents. If Doge can get closures above 12 cents, obviously you're going to find resistance around 12.5 cents, 12.7. Okay, if we can break this trend line that Doge has been rejecting off of since March, well, your next target is going to be 17.5 cents and then 22 cents. Now, if Dogecoin gets back inside this range, more likely than not, we're going to see the top part of this range, this top half of this range tested. Okay, so whatever fucking price action looks like, more likely than not, Doge is going to see this top half of the range because it broke back inside its range. The bears failed to keep this asset as a confirmed breakout to the downside under the range. Okay, it's a swing failure pattern. I'm a little tired, sorry. So Doge looks strong. Okay, not as strong as Bitcoin, Sol, and Jupiter as of current, but if it gets closures above 12 cents, significant strength will be shown there in Doge. Okay, there's already signs of it showing now. Okay, now going on to the last chart, the DXY. So for this one, I'm going to pull up a weekly chart. And what do we have here? So, well, everybody is bearish as fuck on crypto. Well, the DXY is breaking down. So, we have a high made back in April, beginning of April, and a lower high made June 24th, towards the end of the month, last month. Now, we got a confirmed breakdown of this pennant pattern, okay, to the downside, with also a weekly candle closure inside these wicks right here. Okay, that's very fucking bearish. That's amazing for crypto. Now, everybody should be cheering. If you're a crypto bull, you should be fucking jizzing your pants right now looking at this fucking chart. This is beautiful. All right. Sorry to all the people in cash. Your dollar's fucking shitting the pants right now. So, A measured move would put the dollar at like 99. Um, cool. Just keep it simple. The measured move is back to range lows from this pennant formation. All right, this breakdown. Now, an even better signal for a confirmed breakdown of this pennant, okay, because it's still possible that this just bounces off the 50% retracement of this range and comes back inside this pattern and can break out to the upside. That's very possible still. Okay. We need to see the dollar this week or next week get a confirmed breakdown under this 50% retracement. We need to see a higher time frame closure under the 0.5 of this range. If that happens this week or next week, Lord have mercy on the Bears, because they would be fucked. They'd be gaped a new asshole. So under 50%, 102 will be tested. Okay, and I mean, if 102 is going to be tested, it's likely just going to test the bottom half. The bottom part of this range here. All right, near 199. So yeah, this is a very good look on the DXY. All right, because if you look at this pennant formation, I mean, you've had a high put in September 25th, 2023, a lower high April 15th, 2024, another lower high recent June 24, 2024. All right, and now you got a weekly closure inside these higher lows it formed. More likely than not, we will see a breakdown of this 0.5 of this range this week or next week. That will be very good for crypto and all of our assets, not just crypto, equities, just all of our assets in general. This is going to be a pretty good catalyst, so to say. It's all confluence, guys. All right. The charts are your friends. So, with that being said, thank you if you've been watching all the way to the end. And maybe I'll make some videos this week. If not, I always post my Twitter account. So if you want to, check out my Twitter. And peace out. May everybody make a shit ton of money this morning. Peace.